Oh, Sonic, the Blue Hedgehog, aka the King of the Shaft. He is loved by many, myself included. But there is no denying that the internet loves to drop big goopy poops on him. Why does the internet like to commit this vile act on such a cool looking character? Because most Sonic games are broken and bad, and I'm talking about the 3D ones of course. For some reason, Sonic, being the beloved character he was in the 90s, had a hard time transitioning to the 3D realm. Well, there are plenty of reasons people could argue as to why 3D Sonic games are bad, but that isn't what we are here for. I mean, not all 3D Sonic games are bad, right? Let's go back to where Sonic first jumped to the 3D world with Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure was first released on the Dreamcast in 1998 and was pretty well received, selling 2.5 million copies, becoming the most sold Dreamcast game. There was later a Director's Cut edition ported to the GameCube and PC in 2003 in Japan and 2004 everywhere else. The PC version is the one I played though. Now, that being said, I never played this game as a kid, therefore have no nostalgia for it. I did however play Sonic Adventure 2 as a kid, and that game was fun. Alas, let's run headfirst into this game and see if it holds up today or if it is just a broken, buggy mess that needs to be avoided. Sonic Adventure is divided up into 6 different campaigns to play through with different characters: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Gamma the Robot, and Biggs the Cat. Sonic's being the main adventure, of course. The story is pretty basic. Eggman is stealing all the Chaos Emeralds to give to his monster friend here, Chaos, and it is up to our Blue Hedgehog and friends to stop him. Sonic's levels are pretty fun to play through. I mean, you gotta go fast, and for the most part it feels good. Sonic controls alright, and has some new moves including the new homing attack in which you jump in the air and are able to lock on and smash into enemies and other objects. This worked most of the time, but on occasion it would freak out, throwing me off a cliff. This homing attack has honestly been one of my favorite moves in all of video games. Sonic is a fast-paced game, and this move complements that pretty well. The level design is quite enjoyable. I've always seen Sonic levels as a racetrack that you get a speed run through. That being said, there were a few levels that hindered that. This ship level in particular was not good. The ship would rotate, causing Sonic and the camera to freak out because they had no idea which way gravity was pulling Sonic. There was also times where I would be running and fall through the map for some reason, and that was always frustrating. The camera isn't too terrible, you can rotate it, but there are times where Sonic really is going too fast and the camera can't keep up, or it gets stuck behind walls or underneath platforms. Definitely not the worst camera in video games, but for sure isn't the best. The voice acting and mouth animations are god-awful at times.
Me? What about you? Way to go, knucklehead!
There are also these long awkward pauses when characters are talking, and it pulls you out of the immersion.
What do you want?
Eggman probably wins Best Actor in my opinion. Sonic and Knuckles weren't terrible either, but it just wasn't good. Also, Sonic's standing animation is uncomfortable to watch. I mean, imagine seeing somebody do this in real life. What are you doing?
Waiting for my rice to cook.
Can you not wait so weird?
What do you mean? This is normal.
Hi! Oh, I need to drink more. The hub world wasn't great. I mean, there are a few secrets hidden throughout, but nothing to knock your socks off. I also didn't like how unclear the game is on where to go. I had to use these hint orbs most of the time to figure out if I'm supposed to be at Station Square, the Mystic Ruins, or the jungle. But even then, once you get to said world, you have to wander around trying to trigger a cutscene or find some item to open up doors. Most of the boss fights were lame and didn't put up much of a fight, and overall, Sonic's campaign was okay. Nothing too crazy, but it was enjoyable. Classic Sonic going fast, and I'd say it delivered. Tails really got hit with the sidekick stick in this game. His campaign was basically Sonic's all over again, but you race Sonic to the finish line. I get it, those two were with each other the entire time, but why not try something different? Pretty much no changes at all. I mean, there were these shooting sections where Tails pilots a plane, but those were also in Sonic's campaign too. Why not just put them in Tails' section of the game? I mean, it makes sense, right? I love how Sonic just stands on the back with no hands and everyone's cool with it. I did love Tails' movement. He can fly pretty high, as well as this tailspin attack, which when you hold it down, you can get going pretty fast. I feel like they could have done something different with Tails, but they didn't. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a closet Tails fan. Amy's story was pretty She is running from one of Eggman's robots the entire time while trying to save this bird, who gets domed a bunch and should probably be dead. Amy has a hammer to hit with, and it's cool, I guess. I did like how when you gain enough speed, you can smack the ground, launching her into the air. Yeah, honestly, there's not much to say here. Next, we have Gamma. His levels were pretty boring. You just spam the shoot button as it auto-locks onto everything. His story, however, was pretty sad. After Amy talks him into letting her go from her holding cell, he realizes Eggman is big dumb and tries to save all the rest of his robot friends by blowing them up. I think he honestly believes he is saving them, but it looks like he is just blowing them up. Then in the end, spoiler alert, he dies. Sad day in the life of a robot. Knuckles levels I quite enjoyed. I know a lot of people hate on these levels because you have to find 3 Chaos Emerald pieces every time, but I thought they were pretty fun. Plus, Knuckles controls really well and can fly, climb walls, and dig. And Knuckles is just cool. I understand this goes against the whole Sonic gotta go fast pacing, but I didn't mind it. And honestly, this doesn't even compare to the last section of this game. Biggs the Cat. Why are you in my Sonic game? I mean, I guess Sonic games are broken and bad, so that's why he's in here, but Sonic is about speed, and this is the complete opposite of that in every sense of the word. Biggs loses his friend Froggy and has to rescue him by, you guessed it, fishing. Why in the wiener does this big purple cat have a fishing pole? Why is fishing in Sonic? Fishing is bad in most games, so why put it in this one? Why give me an upgrade that lets me catch bigger fish, but when I catch a fish, I lose? Why does Biggs sound like this? Why is this ice level so broken? His levels were the worst by far. Biggs the Cat was just bad to play as. They could have done anything else and it probably would have been better. Okay. All the campaigns intertwine at some point or another, and that is a really cool concept that I've always liked in storytelling. It's just that this story is meant for kids, so I mean, I guess I can't hate on it too much. After you beat all 6 campaigns, you unlock Super Sonic, where there is this epic fight at the end while listening to a bop of a song. The music in Sonic Adventure is freaking awesome. Pretty much every track makes you want to pick up a guitar and shred. Also, Crush 40. Yeah, Sonic soundtracks always bop. If you collect all 130 emblems, you unlock Battle Sonic, but it's just a reskin of Sonic. Chows are cool and were always a blast to play with and level up. Yeah, it's a Tamagotchi in Sonic. You can find eggs in the overworld, which are different types of chows. I didn't mess with them too much, but you can race them and throw them like the horrible parent you are. Considering the game came out in 1998, it looks pretty good and ran well for the first 3D Sonic game. They also sped ran development, making it in 10 months, so I guess that makes sense where all the bugs and other crappy things come from, but dang, they did pretty good for 10 months. Overall, this game wasn't too bad. It's playable and enjoyable at certain points, but if you're like me and have no nostalgia for this game, you probably won't like it. I mean, it was made for kids, and sorry to break it to you gamers who loved this as a child, but it's not great. Don't worry, we all like bad games, okay? Nostalgia goggles are real. That's coming from a guy whose favorite game is Spider-Man 3 on the DS, so my opinion's invalid. But hey, I mean, at least your favorite game has amazing music, so there is that. Hit it, Steve.
Whoa! What are you doing there, Step Knuckles?
I'm ready to suck on a chili dog.
Here I come. I'm rougher than the rest of them. The best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles, I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell, I break them down, whether they're solid or frail. And unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, to the right, then the worst left.
Born on an island in the heavens. The blood of my ancestors flows inside me. My duty is to save the flower from evil deterioration.
I will be the one to set your heart free true. Cleanse yourself of the meager spirits that's in you. The new porcupine on the block with the buff chest. Out the wilderness with the ruggedness. Knock knock, it's Knuckles, the blow thrower, the independent flower, magical demo holder. I'll give you the coldest shoulder. My spikes go through boulders. Really? That's why I stay alone. I was born by myself. I don't need a partner. I get it on by myself. Adversaries get shelved. Fun fact, did you guys know that echidnas have 4-headed penises? And that's not a penis on your forehead. That's one penis with 4 heads. The more you know.
Good enough.
That's a wrap, everyone! Woo!
Yay!
3 months on set. How are you feeling? You've been portraying this character for 3 months.
We're working on the Knuckles song for the rap.
My blood and my ancestors.
Hard as nails, it ain't hard to tell. I break them down, whether they're solid or frail. And unlike the rest, I'm independence is my first breath. First test, to the right, then the worst left.
Born on an island in the heavens. The blood of my ancestors flows